Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with Circworks, and this is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics. What is Beyond 100 Days of Making Comics? It's where I pick up where I left off on my 100 Days of Making Comics journey. And if you're not familiar with what that is, that's where you spend at least 30 minutes a day, every day, working on your own personal comic book project. And you do that for 100 days straight, and you vlog about it or let people know about it via social media. And that's what I'm continuing to do, but on a weekly basis instead of a daily basis. So, my project, the projects I've been working on for, I hesitate to say how long because it's been quite a bit. It's been over a year and it's still not finished, but that's the whole idea behind this project, is that we're busy people, and in order to do these side projects, sometimes you have to do a little bit at a time just to make that happen. So that's what I'm doing. And if all is going correctly, you can see the progress of what I'm doing over here on the screen. I've done these split screen things before, these little windows. So I thought I'd do it again with this now that I've got something to show. And it's mostly just me doing some shading on this. This is Young and the Dead, issues 1 and 2. I'm working on issue 3 right now. It is all drawn, it's written, everything, and now I'm just shading it in, and then I got to do the lettering, and then hopefully it will be done, and I'm looking forward to that. So what you're seeing, I don't remember exactly which page this is. I think it's page 7. I finished page 8 as far as the coloring. When I say coloring, I mean black and white shading. So that's done. I'm not quite at the halfway point as far as shading the book, but I'm close. So I did get quite a bit done this past week, which is good because the previous few weeks I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. So yeah, so that's cool. But anyway, so my comic, Young and the Dead, if you're not familiar with, it's a kids versus zombie adventure story. It's loosely based on, I don't want to say me and some friends of mine growing up, but certain characteristics you kind of write what you know, and so some of the characters are kind of based on some friends I had and loosely based on me. If when we were growing up there was a zombie apocalypse, and it's kind of a cross between Goonies and Night of the Living Dead. So I've been thinking about, deadlines as far as wrapping this up and when can I get this done. I got an email from a Comic-Con promoter, and this was sort of an unusual one, and I kind of debated whether I wanted to do this, but the good thing is it's free to exhibit, which is awesome, and I guess it's like it's by invitation only. And I think all that means is that if you exhibit it, they probably get the list of everyone exhibited from Phoenix Comic Con and call those people up. So yeah, so the deal is it's at the Arizona State Fair. I live in Arizona, and every year in October we have October, and it maybe goes through till September. I don't remember, but we have a not September, November. But we have this Arizona State Fair, which I'm sure most major cities probably have something similar to this, and I think it's kind of probably a traveling thing, and they just rebranded it whatever state they're in or whatever. But they've got this Coliseum, which used to be where all the major like rock concerts, not just rock concerts, but any major concerts were at way back in the day. It's kind of, since then, those have moved into more fancy, like corporate owned, or that they put their name on it, like something stadiums named after some corporation or something. But it's still a pretty nice building as far as for things like this. So it might be kind of a cool thing. It is free, which is awesome. So you tend to think to yourself, well, what's the drawback? I mean, it's free. I mean, even if I only sold a few different things, it's free. So I don't know that there's any drawback, and I'm more curious than anything because I've never done a show like this, because it's not, people aren't necessarily going there for a comic convention. They're going there for the fair, and it's probably something people are going to stumble into. And what is that going to mean? Is that going to mean that maybe some people that might not have seen my stuff or be familiar with what I do, if they might find an interest in it, or who knows? So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. And like I said, is there really anything to lose? not really. There's still, but I've been to conventions that where it was very like low entry fee, but sometimes it almost isn't worth your time waiting all day when you could be doing something more constructive. But I don't know. Um, I, I tend to think this probably would be a positive thing. So I'm definitely interested in checking it out. There's some strange, not strange, but there's some rules that I've never seen as far as other comic conventions. But for one, I can't have any items priced over $20, which is a little, I've never had that, that stipulation placed, or that those kind of rules placed upon me. But I don't have a lot of products that are over $20. I've got my bow ties. I've got my, like, let's see, I've got like these messenger bags and things like that. So I guess I won't bring those. Plus I don't have a big stock of them. I need to restock, and I won't have time to do that before this show anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that, and I might even go back, depending on how the experience was. I might go back and do another. It's been a while since I've done one of my what was I calling that series? Pro versus cons, where I talk and give some tips on conventioning and stuff, because this is kind of a different convention. It's a little, out of the ordinary. So I'm curious to see what happens. So I'll keep you guys posted, but that'll be towards the end of October. And that got me thinking, well, would I have time to finish the book by then? And yeah, I definitely plan to have that done. My first goal is I have another convention in November. So it really wouldn't be much more to get this done by end of October. But the only thing I have to worry about is printing. I usually go, at least for right now, I'm doing print on demand, and I've been using Kablam. And in the beginning, when I used Kablam, it would take sometimes 3 or 4 weeks to get the books printed. The last few times I've done it has been, they must have changed something the way they do things, but they've been pretty quick. So I think I might be able to do that. So who knows? The book might be coming out sooner than I thought. So I'm looking forward to that. Now the other thing, this just came to me now, because I'm thinking, well, I was just thinking I can finish doing the shading and everything, like what's going on, or I can add the go in and do the lettering and then the graphic design. But I didn't think about the cover, which I need to color. So, which shouldn't take too long, but it's still another step. And because the colors are like full color, and it's already drawn and everything, but I just have to color that. So we'll see. We'll see if I get to that point. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So what else is going on? So couple of guys, Jeff Lafferty and Kevin Cross. Kevin Cross is the guy who started 100 Days of Making Comics, and Jeff Lafferty, if you're not familiar with him, he's an awesome, I want to say portrait artist, but he does much more than portraits. If you're a fan of like classic movie style posters, he does that kind of stuff. Very amazing stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people that are following me are already familiar with Jeff, but if you aren't, I'm going to leave a link to him and Kevin Cross as well. And so we're doing a new Artcast. For now, it's just going to be us three, and we're just going to be, talking about. We're trying to keep it a little more structured, because we've all been involved in a number of different Artcasts, and a lot of times they'll just go off in strange places and everything. Not strange places. It's always fun. It's always a good time. But we wanted to do something that was, I think, a little more focused. So that's what we're going to try to do. So the first video that we just put up, and it's up now, and it's on Jeff Lafferty's channel, and this will be something I think that's going to change. So next week it's going to, and I assume we're doing this weekly, at least that's the plan right now, but next week it's going to be on Kevin's channel, and then the following week it should be on my channel. But okay, sorry about that. Just a little edit there. My phone ran out of space, so I had to clear some things. But what was I talking about? So yeah, this Artcasters videos we're doing. The first topic that we're going to be talking about is just YouTube in general, like just Artcasting, because this is sort of an Artcast, and that's kind of the common ground that brings us all together. But why did we decide to start doing YouTube? What do we like about it? What are the benefits and things like that? And hopefully it's a pretty good conversation, and I think you guys might be interested in that. So you'll check that out. I'll put it in the show notes. So yeah, I'm also looking forward to doing more of these videos. It's been a while since we've done any of these art casting videos. I used to join in on Jeff Lafferty's, art cast all the time in the mornings and stuff, and he kind of stopped doing it, and so now we're back, and that's cool because I miss doing that. So anyway. Yeah, things are going well with the book. Seems like I'm on schedule. I'm getting work done and everything, despite everything else that's going on. But again, that's kind of the whole idea behind this 100 Days of Making Comics challenge, or even beyond 100 days, like I'm doing now. So thanks for watching. I'll be back next week with another update, and before then I'll have a Fan Art Friday video, the last in my Kiss series. I'm doing Peter Criss, and then we'll be back to doing, if you're not a Kiss fan, we'll be back to doing some more comic book and pop culture type stuff. So it should be fun. As much as I enjoy doing that, I am looking to do some different things. So and I've got some other things planned. I don't know how much I want to go into it right now, so but I'm doing some kind of cross promotion with some things I used to do at a game studio, sort of, kind of. I know that's cryptic, but I'll let you know more about that coming up. So it should be fun, even for people who aren't interested in that in particular. I think it's still going to be interesting to see my process in creating some pretty cool creatures and things like that. So you'll learn more about that coming up. And I think that's all I got to say for this week. I'll see you again later, and that is all.